victories to establish an oppressive world government.
I believe, first of all, that we now need nothing short of a world constitution for the global financial system.
Global governance with the establishment of the G20.
So it's going to be an inner ruling elite and then everyone else. And I got news for you. You're everyone else.
Invisible Empire. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com, or watch it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Fight back this cold and flu season with the world's best garlic extract, Ali C. Why Ali C? Because it helps your body fight viruses, bacteria, and fungi. Ali C has been scientifically proven in double-blind studies using low doses to greatly reduce the number, severity, and duration of common colds. Ali C contains 300 milligrams of stabilized allicin, the active ingredient in crushed garlic. Studies show Ali C is effective against MRSA, bacterial, fungal, and viral infections. One tablet of Ali C has the equivalent of 40 cloves of garlic. Ali C supports your body's resistance to all types of conditions and can help lower high blood pressure and high cholesterol. So boost your body's resistance to infection with nature's best garlic extract, Ali C. For more information and to order Ali C, call 877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com. That's 1-877-888-7126 or go to garlichealthproducts.com for your Ali C today.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we gonna do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go.
Aaron Dykes, during the break, ran in and said, yeah, I was reading Sutton's book, and then I looked at it online. You've got the Brown Brother Harriman's building, which also funded Hitler. And here in the U.S., it's surrounded by all the Russian embassies and government facilities. And that's because the Russians, this was admitted at the time, were funded by the United States during Stalin's time. Now, Hitler was a little different. They funded him, told him he was going to have Western support to invade other countries, then set him up and brought him down. But the Russian system is definitely a staged event up until the 1980s and 90s, probably still staged. But you were getting into Anthony Sutton, Charlotte Iserby, once he got the Skull and Bones membership list from you, the official internal list, he said he was blown away. Please continue.
Yeah, he just said he went and had copies made, at Kinko's or something, and then he put it all out on the dining room table, and he looked, and he said it was the first time that he understood completely what had happened, and that this was the entity, whatever you want to call it, the organization, the order, the fraternity, the whatever, that was responsible for the direction that our country was moving in, militarily, corporate-wise, and education. He saw it. And so he was thrilled. And actually, I have to give Tony credit for not blowing the whistle. I didn't ask him not to. He just felt that it wasn't right for him to identify me. My dad was, by that time, he was gone. So I had no problem with that. But Tony just felt that it wasn't right, and I appreciated that. So anyway, it was very sad that he passed away, by the way, and I've always wondered about that.
He was a real gentleman. I tried to interview him. I interviewed him once, and then I tried to interview him a few years later, I guess back in '99, and he sent me, it was like 1 week before he died. Because I remember hearing like 2 weeks later he just died, and I got a kind email saying, I appreciate your work, Mr. Jones. I'd love to come on. I'm too ill. And then he dies a week later. That's a classy guy.
Well, I don't even know that he was that ill. I think he was ill. He had something wrong with, that inner ear business.
Yeah.
And that was why I couldn't meet with him way back then. I wanted to meet with him when I was in California. And he couldn't because of that. But he told me, he said, other than that, Charlotte, I'm fine. And so I believe, let's talk, we're really getting into conspiracy stuff here. I don't know why Anthony Sutton died. I have no idea. Of course, anybody can die. He could have had a heart attack. But I did talk to someone who was very close to him, and the feeling I got was that it was not. There were definitely questions about Anthony Sutton's passing.
I may have talked to him right after he'd been poisoned then, because he said, I'm not feeling well. I can't. Come on. He was literally, it was weird. It was like that with Gary Webb, who wrote the Dark Alliance series about the CIA drug dealing. He sent me this disc that was all his material and said, you have a website, put it up. And then he called back 6 months later and he said, you never put it up? And I said, this was like in 98 or something. I said, well, I'm not very technical. I'm going to try. And we barely had InfoWars up working well then. And then I called him back. We had put up a lot of it. And he said, I'm not ready to come on yet. This is a few years later. He said, I'm writing the book, though, that's going to blow him out of the water. And he was about to come out with that book when they shot him twice in the head. And then
well, they don't have any problem doing these things, as most of your listeners know. You know, the wonderful the transcript of the Reese Committee hearings, the 3,000 pages that we have up on Samuel's website. That's the investigation of the tax-exempt foundations, 1953. And I understand from I think Stan Monteith. Well, I found out from Bob Goldsboro. I bought the copy of it from Bob Goldsboro, Robert Goldsboro, but I didn't pay. I paid $3,000 for it. But I understand that Goldsboro was offered any amount of money to get that one copy. This is a foundation. One of the minions said, "We will pay you anything you want," and Goldsboro said, "No." Good for him, right? And then about 15 years later, I knew Goldsboro well. I said, gee, you know, Bob, really? I mean, you're just sitting with that thing. We want to put it up on the Internet. And so he sold it to me for very little, basically, huh? So the point is this, that these people really mean business. I mean, when they're willing to pay anything for 3,000 pages of congressional testimony, because, of course, after the hearings were shut down, they went around the country and bought up all the copies that were in the libraries, huh? So anyway,
well, let's continue with Skull and Bones, one of the key globalist organizations, and what their master plan is. More about your family. Aaron's got some questions as well.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He says it will change everything about our lives. The way you shop, travel, invest, educate your children, and even how you take care of your health and your own family. Now, this man has made some outrageous predictions over the years. The crazy part is, he's usually right. You see, he predicted the collapse of GM, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and America's biggest mall owner, General Growth Properties. In fact, Barron's called his work a dire prophecy. Recently, he created a video, which you can watch online for free, detailing his biggest and most important prediction yet. And it's a real eye-opener. I can't stress this enough. You should at least watch this free video online today. He explains everything you need to know, including simple steps you can take to protect yourself. You can find the video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Watch the free video at www.endofamerica3.com. That's endofamerica3.com. Folks, you've heard us talk about HomeGain before. HomeGain is now offering a special promo where you get up to $150 when you buy or sell a home with a HomeGain agent you find through their Find a Realtor program. HomeGain lets you compare realtors anonymously. It's easy. Go to HomeGain150.com to find and compare realtors anonymously. Enter promo code HomeGain150 and receive up to $150 when you close a deal with a HomeGain agent. Share the HomeGain150 promo code with your friends via Facebook, Twitter, text, and more. Look for Max, the HomeGain Gorilla, to find out more about how HomeGain is going to pay you. Visit HomeGain150.com today to enter your promo code and get paid for buying or selling a house. That's HomeGain150.com. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now, new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup, insurance, and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Defending the Republic from enemies, foreign and domestic. It's Alex Jones.
You know, a lot of people have gotten killed fighting the globalist. A lot of people that exposed Skull and Bones have ended up dead. Now, the key book that she was given by Robert Goldsboro, he isn't dead, a great patriot, but he won't do interviews. And, of course, he knew Norman Dodd and the Reese Committee. We're going to talk about all that, you know, just the basic facts here with Charlotte Iserby. But I want to get into some of the other little quirks or interesting pieces of information that folks might not know about Skull and Bones that she knows just from reading over these documents, but also her father and grandfather. Also what her dad said about Bohemian Grove. Aaron's got some things he wants to say. We're going back to her here in just a moment. First, I want to tell you about some great sponsors. One of them is Diamond Gusset Jeans. They're all made in America, and they've got a lot of amazing specials running right now. These jeans are very comfortable. They look like Levi's, but are much more better made. And again, I said made here in the U.S. They have motorcycle jeans, other specialty jeans. Once you try them, you won't want to wear anything else. Go. Aaron loves them. He's got a bunch of them. Gusset.com, Gusset.com/America. And just type in the bundle, T-shirt size, and comments section when ordering in excess of $100 and receive 3 free gifts: T-shirts, a great audio CD that's basically anti-globalist information. Just wonderful, folks. Gusset.com/America or 888-8-GUSSET, 888-8-GUSSET. Check them out today. Also, Stansberry Research with their great free video breaking down dollar devaluation and their prediction that 2011 will be the year that the dollar ceases to be the world reserve currency. The website, again, is End of America, the number 3. Got to go there to find the free video and information. End of America, one word, endofamerica3.com. Stansberry and Associates, investment research and independent investment firm, founded in '99 with subscribers in more than 100 different nations. They recently created an eye-opening video you can see for free at endofamerica, the number 3.com, to detail their biggest and most important prediction yet. Endofamerica, number 3.com. And finally, I want to tell you about Prepared.pro. That's Prepared.pro, Prepared.pro. These folks have been in the readiness business for almost 10 years. They're in the business of selling steel-plated peace of mind. They're selling everything you need to be more ready for what's coming down the pike: survival gear, supplies, even steel-plated underground shelters and safe rooms. Tell them Alex Jones sent you. Again, that's www.prepared.pro for professional crisis preparedness assistance. And I believe in all of these sponsors, and when you patronize them, you also support this broadcast. Okay, Charlotte, let's move quick now. You're very gracious to be joining us here. You were getting into what Anthony Sutton had discovered, what Skull and Bones is, what their master plan is, how they build up the Muslim enemy that they really secretly control from the top. The low levels don't know it. They create the Nazi threat by funding it. They create the Soviet, which is on record now. They create the fake global warming, which is just made up to sell their takeover. They claim they're fixing education when really they're trying to destroy it. I mean, they are the masters of this Hegelian dialectic. And what is in these documents and what has been discovered is German sciences of brainwashing to, as you know, to create Hessian brainwashed soldiers for sale worldwide. That technology